You know that feeling when you put on an outfit and suddenly your entire personality changes? Like one blazer and suddenly you're replying to emails with, per my last message. But then you put on stretched out leggings from 2014 and somehow you're emotionally prepared to argue with a raccoon behind a gas station. That's not random. What we wear changes how we feel. And honestly, most women are walking around in closets full of clothes they don't even like, for a life they don't even live anymore. We're keeping gold jeans, someday dresses, tiny blazers from our corporate era, sequins from our I thought I liked clubs era. Meanwhile, your actual current self is standing there in a towel thinking, why do I have 14 shirts that make me feel like a substitute teacher? Today, we're talking about the hidden power of what we wear, how your wardrobe affects your confidence, your mood, your energy, your identity, and how changing your closet can genuinely change your life. And no, this is not about becoming a fashion influencer who owns a tiny purse that fits one tic tac and a prayer. This is about dressing for your life, your body, your energy, your season. So tomorrow morning, instead of asking, what should I wear? Ask, how do I want to feel? That question changes everything. Clothes are emotional. Because here's the truth nobody says out loud. Getting dressed is emotional. You know immediately when something feels wrong. You put on jeans and suddenly you can't breathe. Now you're mad at the world. The coffee shop line is too long. The government is corrupt. Your bangs are uneven. Everything is terrible. But then you put on an outfit that fits beautifully. Suddenly you're forgiving people. You're waving pedestrians across the street. You're like, life is precious. That's the power of clothing. Clothes communicate to your brain. This is who I am today. And women especially are taught to disconnect from that. We're taught just lose weight, just fit into it, just squeeze in. Beauty is pain. No, beauty is not pain. Beauty is being able to sit down at lunch. If your jeans leave waffle marks on your stomach, those jeans are not your soulmate. And I think one of the most radical things a woman can do is to stop punishing herself with clothing. Your closet should support you, not emotionally humble you every morning. Create a wardrobe for today's body. This is huge. Create a wardrobe for today's body, not your 22-year-old body, not your after I start Pilates consistently body, not your once I stop eating shredded cheese directly from the fridge at 11 p.m. body. Today's body. The body carrying you through your actual real life right now. Because when every item in your closet is slightly too small, you subconsciously feel like you are the problem all day long, and you are not the problem. The pants are. Tiny, important distinction. We hold on to clothes because we think they motivate us, but usually they just sit there like tiny denim emotional support threats. Every morning. Remember when you used to be hot? Excuse me, Susan, those jeans haven't fit since Obama was in office. You deserve clothes that fit your body now. And when things fit correctly, everything changes. You stand differently. You move differently. You stop sucking in your stomach like you're preparing for a passport photo. Which, by the way, women have been sucking in their stomachs for so long, I genuinely think some of us have shifted internal organs. At this point, my liver is probably behind my left shoulder blade. Ask, how do I want to feel? This question is magic. How do I want to feel today? Not, how do I want to look? Feel, do you want to feel powerful, soft, relaxed, elegant, creative, comfortable, put together, approachable, like a woman who definitely has her taxes organized? That last one is mostly about loafers. Clothing creates emotional alignment. When your outer appearance matches your inner energy, you feel grounded, and this doesn't require expensive clothes. I need everyone to hear that. Style is not money, style is clarity. Some of the chicest women on earth repeat the same silhouettes over and over because they know what works. Meanwhile, the rest of us are in dressing rooms holding a lime green asymmetrical top, thinking, maybe this is who I am now. No, you're just under fluorescent lighting and vulnerable. Find your color palette. Now let's talk color palettes because this changes lives. And before anyone says, I don't care about color theory, you should. Because some colors make you look radiant, and some make you look like you fought a Victorian illness. You've experienced this. One shirt, wow, you're glowing. Another shirt, are you feeling okay? Same woman, different beige. There's actually an app called Show My Colors that helps you figure out your color season and what tones flatter you most. And honestly, it's so helpful because once you know your colors, shopping becomes easier. Your closet becomes cohesive. Outfits magically work together. Also, you stop buying random colors you never wear. We all have that one shirt where we thought, this curl is fun, and then it sat in the closet for 3 years looking radioactive. The goal isn't limiting yourself, it's understanding what naturally harmonizes with you. And when you wear colors that suit you, people notice you first, not just the clothing. Dress for your shape. Now let's talk body shape, because dressing for your shape is not about hiding your body, it's about balance. Apple, pear, hourglass, rectangle. Whatever shape you are, the goal is understanding proportion. Fashion is basically visual math with emotional consequences. Like if you're pear-shaped, you might love structure on top. If you're apple-shaped, you may prefer flow around the midsection with emphasis on legs or neckline. And here's the thing. Your body shape is not a problem to solve. You are not assembling IKEA furniture. You are learning what silhouettes make you feel incredible. Because every woman has certain cuts where she instantly feels, oh, there I am. That's your clue. Pay attention to those pieces. For me, there are clothes I technically own and clothes I become spiritually attached to. Like, if this blazer disappears, I become a villain. That's how you know it works. Everything in your closet should fit. This part is ruthless but freeing. Everything in your closet should fit. Everything. Not almost. Not if I avoid bread. Not if Mercury is in retrograde and I skip sodium. Fit. Because every item that doesn't fit drains energy. You open your closet and instead of possibilities, you see guilt. And closets should not feel like tiny fabric museums of your insecurities. You don't need 47 mediocre pieces. You need fewer things that actually work. Honestly, some closets look like women survived several identities. Corporate CEO, boho pottery teacher, Vegas birthday girl, minimalist Scandinavian ghost. Pick a lane, or at least a neighborhood. Timeless pieces. One of the best style questions you can ask yourself is, what pieces stand the test of time? Because trends are fun, but timeless pieces save you. A great coat, well-fitting jeans, classic trousers, simple dresses, good shoes, structured bags, quality basics. These are the backbone, and timeless does not mean boring. It means versatile, elegant, reliable, like the friend who always has gum and emotional stability. Meanwhile, trends are chaotic little gremlins. One year, everyone's wearing tiny sunglasses. The next year, we all look like 1970s divorce attorneys. Fashion changes constantly. Personal style evolves slowly. That's the difference. Buy pieces you can imagine loving in 5 years. If it only works for one hyper-specific Instagram photo, maybe pause. Unless you enjoy looking back thinking, why was I dressed like a futuristic pirate? What cuts do you actually love? This is another important question. What cuts do I genuinely feel comfortable in? Not what influencers tell you, not what mannequins wear, not what a 19-year-old TikTok girl named Madison says is out. Respectfully, Madison has never paid a utility bill. You know your body. You know what makes you feel elegant, secure, attractive, relaxed. Pay attention to repetition. If you constantly reach for V-necks, there's a reason. If wide leg pants make you feel chic, that matters. If certain fabrics make you itchy and furious, also important. Style should Style should support your nervous system. I'm serious. Some women are buying clothes for fantasy situations, like, this satin jumpsuit could work if I suddenly became an international art thief. Buy for your real life, your actual calendar, your actual body, your actual comfort. The Wheel Tell Bin. Now, let me introduce one of the greatest ideas ever, the Wheel Tell Bin. Not will tell, wheel tell, as in we'll see. If you're unsure about a piece, put it in the bin, then revisit it later. Because sometimes we keep clothes out of obligation, guilt, fantasy, price tag trauma. I spent money on it. Okay, but now it's costing you peace. Sometimes distance helps, and if you come back 3 months later and still love it, great. If you look at it and think, why did I buy this Victorian clown sleeve situation? Then let it go. Your closet should not contain emotional hostages. Your closet should match your season of life. This one matters deeply. Your wardrobe should fit your current season of life, not your old life. A lot of women struggle because their closet belongs to a version of themselves that no longer exists. Maybe you were corporate and now you work from home. Maybe you were single and now you're a mom. Maybe you used to go out constantly and now your dream evening is soup. Honestly, soup wins. Your wardrobe should reflect who you are becoming. And there's grief in letting go sometimes, because clothes hold memories. But keeping clothes that no longer align with your life can keep you emotionally stuck. You are allowed to evolve. Your style should evolve too. You do not need a huge wardrobe. And finally, you do not need a massive wardrobe. You need a functional wardrobe. A wardrobe where things coordinate, things fit, things feel good. And getting dressed doesn't feel like psychological warfare. That's the dream. Some of the most stylish women repeat outfits constantly because confidence is more memorable than novelty. Nobody's keeping score except the internet. And honestly, the internet also thought low rise jeans were a good idea, so maybe don't trust it completely. A smaller wardrobe with intentional pieces creates calm. Decision fatigue disappears. Shopping becomes easier. You know yourself better. And that's really what style is, self knowledge. So tomorrow morning, before you get dressed, pause and ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? Then dress for her, the woman you are right now, not 5 years ago, not 10 pounds from now, not some imaginary Pinterest version of yourself, you. Because changing your wardrobe is never just about clothes, it's about identity, energy, confidence, self respect. And when your closet finally supports your real life instead of fighting it, everything changes. Also, you stop owning pants that require emotional recovery time, which honestly is growth.